Hi all you healthy humans, welcome to New Leaf Table TV. I'm your host, Chef E, and today we're making celery root lasagna. This is a cozy, veggie-loaded lasagna that swaps traditional pasta for tender roasted celery root noodles. It's a light and flavorful twist on the classic, but every bit as satisfying. So first of all, we are using 3 different types of dairy in this dish. Just like traditional lasagna, we're using mozzarella cheese, Parmesan, and ricotta. So I want to take a second and highlight good quality dairy versus conventional dairy. So good quality dairy is going to be from grass-fed, pasture-raised cows. It's going to be organic and minimally processed, such as organic or cultured. It's going to have significantly more vitamins and minerals and probiotics than conventional dairy. So it's more than just a tasty add-on to your dish. You really are increasing the nutrient value of your dish by using good quality dairy. So I'm going to take a second and highlight ricotta cheese. So it has 10 to 14 grams of protein per half cup, which is awesome. It also is made from whey, but it's low in lactose, so a lot of people that are dairy intolerant find it easier to process. It has a milder flavor, unlike your blue cheese or your brie cheese, and it's also packed with vitamin A and phosphorus, so it's great for eye health, and obviously has lots of calcium for bone health. We're also using fresh basil, a cup of fresh spinach, 1 pasture-raised egg, and a whole diced onion. We're using 6 cloves of garlic. We're using a pound of grass-fed beef. We're using 1 28-ounce can of peeled tomatoes. We're also using a dash of nutmeg. So nutmeg is powerful. You only need a little bit and it goes a long way, but it has been shown to support brain and memory health. It's full of antioxidants and can help soothe digestion. It also adds a warm, rich flavor to our dish without any additional calories. We're using some crushed red pepper, some oregano, honey, 16 ounces of Rao's marinara sauce, some olive oil, salt and pepper, and lastly, we're using these guys, celery root. So this is actually not the root of traditional celery, although it is very similar. It's a special kind of celery that is grown for its bulb-like root. It tastes like a mixture between celery, potato, with maybe a hint of parsley. Now, if you can't find celery root, you can absolutely use potatoes, thinly sliced, and you want to add about 10 minutes to the baking time on your dish. So celery root actually is lower in carbs and calories than potatoes. So it's a low-carb comfort food hack. It's also rich in fiber and very anti-inflammatory. So let's get started. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 450 degrees. Okay, first of all, we need to prep our celery root. So go ahead and cut off any top or bottom rough edges. You also want to have a nice smooth surface for cutting and peeling. Just throw away those rough edges, and then I'm going to take a vegetable peeler and peel my celery root. You can also use a knife and just cut away the skin. Okay, now just throw away all your peeling. Now we're gonna slice these guys up. Now you want about 12 slices of celery root. Now you want these slices to be fairly thin because we are gonna use them as layers in our lasagna. We're also going to roast them beforehand, so the more thin they are, the more tender they will get. Okay, I cut mine in half so it's easier to chop. We have about 12 slices here. I'm just gonna add these to a baking dish lined with parchment paper and cover them in olive oil and salt and pepper. And then we're gonna bake at 450 for about 18 minutes, just to soften these guys up. You might need to use 2 baking dishes to get all of your celery root cooked. Now I'm gonna add olive oil and some salt and pepper. And make sure it's well coated. Okay, these guys are ready to go in the oven. Next up, we're gonna take a large skillet and go ahead and add olive oil and turn our heat on medium-high heat, and we're going to brown our ground beef. While the beef is browning, go ahead and dice your onion if it's not diced. I'm also gonna go ahead and mince my 6 garlic cloves. So you just wanna break up your beef and make sure it browns nice and evenly. While our beef is browning, I'm gonna go ahead and chop up some basil. Our beef is looking great. So I'm just gonna push it to one side of the pan, and I'm gonna go ahead and add my diced onions and my garlic, and we'll let these simmer for 3 to 4 minutes. Now stir everything up and make for sure your onions and garlic are cooking evenly. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes and my onions are looking great. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my can of peeled tomatoes, as well as my marinara sauce, my fresh basil, my oregano, salt and pepper, and my crushed red pepper for some added heat. Now I'm gonna stir all this to combine, and we're gonna let it simmer for about 5 minutes. After that point, we'll go ahead and add in our honey. Okay, while our sauce is simmering, I'm gonna go ahead and make my ricotta cheese mixture. So go ahead and add your full container of ricotta cheese to a bowl. Add 1 egg. Add in a dash of nutmeg and your cup of spinach. Now I'm just gonna tear my spinach into pieces, no need to chop it. Now we're gonna add our Parmesan cheese to this mixture. Now just mix this all together. Okay, this looks perfect. We can go ahead and set it aside. Be sure to stir your meat sauce periodically. It's been about 5 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in my honey. Okay, it's been 18 minutes. Let's get our celery root out of the oven and go ahead and assemble our lasagna. Okay, our celery root is out of the oven. Now go ahead and turn down your oven to 400 degrees. Now let's get our lasagna assembled. So go ahead and add sauce to the bottom of your 9x13 baking dish. Next, put a layer of celery root. Next, we'll do a layer of ricotta cheese and spinach mixture. Just kind of spread it as evenly as you can get it. Next, we're gonna do a layer of mozzarella cheese, and then we're just gonna repeat this layering until all of our ingredients are gone. We're gonna add another layer of sauce. Okay, now layer in your celery root. If you have a few leftover slices of celery root, that's fine. Just eat them or chop them up and put them in a hash. Next, we're gonna finish our layer of ricotta. And lastly, we're gonna top with the rest of our mozzarella cheese. Okay, now we're gonna bake this in the oven for 15 minutes. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. Let's get our lasagna out of the oven. Now you want to let this rest and cool down for around 5 to 10 minutes just so everything kind of comes together and it's not too hot to eat. So we're going to go ahead and serve this up. I like to use a spoon so I can spoon in all the goodness. And go ahead and top with some fresh basil. There you have it, folks, our celery root lasagna. Thanks for watching New Leaf Table TV. Until we dine again, farewell, healthy humans. To subscribe to New Leaf Table's meal service with 4 new featured meals every week and easy delivery through your existing Amazon Prime membership, visit our website at newleaftable.com. And also, please like this video and hit the subscribe button to follow our YouTube channel. They will be tender and roasted, and this whole dish will be cozy and satisfying. That is not how I wanted to say that. It's going to be organic and minimally processed. It has a mild flavor, unlike your blue cheese or a brie cheese. Now, if you can't find celery root, you can if you can't find, no, okay. Last time I did this, I peeled my thumb. I'm like, I literally only want one cut. I just want to like eat the garlic. Yeah, because I'm going to put it in my belly. There you have it, folks. Our celery root.